All right, I think I'm live now. So, hello to you guys signing on. It's good to see you. We're going to wait for some people to get on, and then I'm going to do some readings. And I'm going to talk about an open house that I'm having on the 28th. Um, we had to move the day. So, let's see who's signing on here. Here we go. Hi. Hi, Stella. Nice to see you. I'm finally seeing the names kind of pop in. So thanks for everybody watching. I'm going to do some live readings tonight and talk about an open house that I'm having where I'm also doing some pre-readings. We had originally set it up for the 27th, which was a Saturday, but we moved it to Sunday because of parking in this building. So that way everybody had room. So I see you guys all signing on. And so we're going to do an open house. So if you guys have ever been to any of my open houses, they're really fun. Everything is free. So, well, not everything, we sell some house blessing stuff and everything. But as far as the readings and the class, talking about upcoming classes, my friend Dina might be there. We do a workshop together. She may be there. My friend Charles, we teach class. We'll have next year's psychic self-development class dates. Hi to everybody signing on. And so I have a lot of really cool shit coming up. And I wanted to get it out there early enough so that it's not the last minute, because that's just how my brain works. So let's wait till the last minute. So hi to all you guys signing on. I'm going to switch my glasses. So that way you don't have to look at my nose the whole entire time I'm doing this. And then I'll be a little closer. Reading glass it is. Hi to you guys. Hi, Terry. Hi, Stephanie. So we're getting ready for Stephanie's in the other room, getting ready, getting stuff together for our open house, which will be on the 28th. So it's Sunday the 28th from 10 to 2. And everybody's welcome to attend. It is a free thing that I like to do once a year just to kind of give back. So basically everybody's invited at the beginning and at the end. I do readings for the audience, and then hi, and then my friend Sarah, she's going to come on and we might do a little live tarot reading. But for anybody who's out of town, hi to everybody signing on. For anybody's out of town, we're going to try to coordinate this so that it can be both in person and live. And I have students who want to practice giving readings and stuff. So if you're down for that, they're mediums, they're psychics, they're tarot readers, there's all of it. One day I want to do a fair or have my own fairs, but I don't know when I'm going to do that. But it's in the plans of stuff that I want to handle. So hi to everybody signing on Facebook and YouTube. And I don't think we have it connected to Instagram, but for Facebook and YouTube, here we are. And so I'm going to do some live readings. Oh, Stephanie just posted under my name where to RSVP if you want to come to the open house. We just like to have a good head count. But I give away a free a couple of free half-hour readings. We give away a house blessing kit. I also am going to have other people that I know. Wait, what does that say? Did you get sound? Can you guys hear me? Hopefully you can, and I'm not just sitting here talking to myself. Oh, okay. I think so. Now I have sound. All right, awesome. And then in November or October, mid-October, my friend Anthony's coming out. And for any of you guys who's ever participated in any of those, we're even going to do one in Colorado Springs, I think. So we've got 2 in Denver and 1 night in Colorado Springs. And I think the tickets are on the website already. So I'm glad you can hear me. I was having problems before, and I was been doing readings. For any of you guys who's ever come to me for readings, you'll recognize my office in the background. But if any of you are always I wonder what it's like, what our office looks like, what it is, this is my office where I do readings. It's very homey, we'll call it. And then, of course, then I have that big area out there, which is where I have my open house. So it's good to see all of you guys signing on. And when we get to like a certain magic number, I'll start doing readings as soon as I have enough people online. But until then, if any of you have any questions, or because I'll peek at those because I have my reading glasses on. If any of you guys have any questions about like anything coming up, and Stephanie is posting everything for me, and like posting links and stuff. Most of it's listed on my website. But for any of you guys tonight, any readings that I do, just know that the best way that we have found to make this work is to kind of pull you into the live. If you are not dressed or you don't want yourself on camera, you're not hurting my feelings. But you do have to accept the link. And then once you accept the link, then you can just do audio only if that works for you. I know it's the evening and, you know, I'm not usually in bed by now, but some people are, maybe people who have early jobs to get up to. But actually, I don't think I start till 9:30 or 10 tomorrow, which is lovely. If you already registered for the 27th, do you still need to register for the 28th? No. Stephanie is most likely just going to send out an email telling everybody that now it's on the 28th. So if anyone wants to un-RSVP, they can. But I think for the most part, it should be fine if you're just switching over. So yeah, and if you guys also, oh, all right. So Stephanie's posting this, but I'm just going to say this too. My Facebook account is verified. It has a green check mark. If anybody messages you, friend requests you, I don't friend request people out of my personal page. If they're saying they're me and it doesn't have the green check mark, just delete it, get rid of them, report them, whatever you need to. Because that happens a lot. And there's a lot of people, like sometimes people imitate my personal page and people are like, did you send me a friend request? And most of the time I just like everything I post on my personal page is not private, it's public. So you can get to know me that way. But I'm not necessarily going to send out like random Facebook requests for you to befriend me. So just know that there are, and I have to say this every single time I do a live, not just that, but the reason that I have Stephanie kind of here, like also kind of monitoring, is because she kicks people out. Because you'll see people like come on and say like, oh, I have this message and I feel like the angels are talking to you, but it's not somebody I know, because no student of mine would ever do that. They would, because that's not ethical. So anyway, so they're not my students, they're not my friends. Just know if you get those things, you can just delete them or report them or whatever you want to do. I am on TikTok. Mostly what I do on TikTok is post or repost things that I've read. And so you would know my politics really well if you followed me on TikTok. But for this, I don't usually kind of post that stuff here. So if you want to follow me on TikTok, you're welcome to. It's at Readings by Kim, I think. Or it might be Medium and Psychic Kim, or I don't even remember anymore. But I'm sure Stephanie can put that on there. Anyway, so I'm happy to have you guys on here. I'm glad there's like more people signing on. And what I was talking about for those of you who are just kind of getting on right now, is that I also have tickets available. Oh, for that. So Anthony, like he's a friend of mine. He's this really great medium and he goes like all over the country and does readings in like these big groups of like 200, 300, 400 people. I don't do that. As you guys know, 50, 60, that's probably my max. I like that because then there's more people who get a chance of getting a reading. But he's coming out in mid-October instead of November this year. And he's also, we're going to do one in Colorado Springs too. So usually we just do 2 in Denver and that's it. But this time I thought I'd add 1 night in Colorado Springs. And Stephanie's saying right now they'll be available for sale next week. So for any guys who live in Colorado Springs and don't want to drive up through all the traffic, we'll be down there for 1 night this time 2 nights in Denver, 1 night in Colorado Springs. So if you are interested, the tickets should be up for sale on Monday. But he's awesome. So I like the way he does readings and stuff. He's different than me. And I think it's so cool when you get to see like different mediums working together and how they connect with loved ones on the other side. He's great with names, kind of like that kind of stuff, like names and like, oh, you were just talking on the phone to such and such. But you know, as many of you know from doing readings for me, that I'm usually more connected, like personalities, sense of humor, like more of the less tangible things. But I'm very excited that he's coming here and doing that. And maybe next year I might hit Grand Junction. I saw somebody put Grand Junction. I've been out there before, but I don't know. I'm kind of waiting to see if that will happen next year. There's a lady that I get all like a bunch of stuff for my house blessing stuff from that's out there. So I might just make it like a single trip. I don't know. We'll just see. I've been out to Grand Junction before and done a couple of smaller groups. When I used to do smaller groups where it was like 10 people and everybody got a reading. I can't do that anymore. I don't have the capacity or time to do that anymore. But these bigger ones are generally like 50 or 60 people. So, but does anyone have any questions for me? Oh, Andy Loper. Did you meet somebody special? That would be awesome. You're welcome to tell me about that. I think that that's lovely. Because, you know, some people want to have like relationships and stuff like that. I don't know that that's me. But there are people who still believe in that kind of stuff. And no, I'm not just being negative. I'm just kind of, you know, I do a lot of things on my own. Yes, Andy, that is good. Good. She said she might have met someone that I talked about. So I don't remember talking about them or even that reading. However, I'm very happy and I hope you did meet someone and I hope that that works. That would be lovely. So, anyway, all right. So, will I move back to Colorado? Let me wait till I get to the point where I'm ready to do readings. I need like just a couple more people to sign on. And then I usually have like and then we'll get on top of that. We'll get doing some readings and maybe like tonight, since, you know, I'm the boss of me, maybe I'll just do readings however the hell I want. So maybe I'll do some tarot readings or because, you know, everybody, like I talk to people's loved ones and stuff, but you also have things going on in your life that are also important. So hi to everybody kind of signing on. So I'm just going to start now. So if anybody else signs on while we're doing this, you guys got me till most likely 8:30. So I'll be on here and we'll get some of this stuff handled. So let's see. How do I want to do this? I think, so I'm definitely going to do some mediumship readings. Okay. So let's just, you know, that's what I do. That's what I've been doing all day. So I will definitely make those connections. But I'll also maybe do a little tarot or something and then kind of go from there. So we'll do like a little tarot thing. So why don't you guys throw out, so before we talk to some dead people, let's talk about some living world stuff. And let's do a little tarot because it's fun and why not? So let's see what I got. I've got a really awesome deck here. It's one of my favorites. But maybe I shouldn't use this one. Nope, I'm not using this one. Hold on one second. I have 5 million tarot decks. Ooh, you know what tarot deck I'm going to use? I'm going to use the Alice in Wonderland tarot deck. It's a Disney tarot deck. I even have, when I did a retreat with Dina during this last year, I did readings for the girls in the retreat with my Golden Girls deck. And that was really fun. So let me kind of get this shuffled. You guys don't put your topics in there yet. Let's get some of this going. And I prefer not to do yes or no questions. Okay. So just keep it to a topic. That way I can make sure. So this is the thing. Even when I do readings in my office, I always tell people this. I want to make sure that I'm accurately tuned in before I give you any guidance or advice. I don't want there to be any leading questions or anything like that might kind of disturb my mind to the point where I'm going to give you something that would be something I would normally tell you versus something that naturally kind of like comes through the cards. So, oh, and Stephanie's right. Please refrain, especially on Facebook, from putting too many personal details in there because those scammer people, they like your personal details. So we're going to use my Alice in Wonderland deck. We're going to do a couple of tarot readings just because it's fun. Why not? Then we'll connect with people's loved ones. But I do both. You know, people come to me for psychic stuff as well. So let's see here. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. I am going to have you guys put in a topic. Please, again, don't put a bunch of information, just a topic, but I'll have you do that. And if you're cool with me reading you, put in your topic and then put in a colored heart, like Wendy has done that. Put in a colored heart with your topic. So I don't care what kind of heart it is. But if you put that in there, then I know that those are ones to look at. So we might do a bunch of quick, fast reading before we talk to any dead people, which would be kind of cool and fun. And I don't think I've ever done it that way before. So, okay. Let's see. Some of you guys, your names look familiar. So I know I've read you before. And if you guys see me wiggling around a lot, that's my little ADHD doing its thing. So, and it is, technically it really is ADHD. I just can't seem to sit still. So, wait a minute. Where did you go? Oh, where did you go, lady? Where'd you go? Here is she. Jamie Anderson? Jamie Andrews. What's my next 2 months look like? So we're just going to do this quick and fast. So Steph, can you send her a link? And then I'll get you on and we'll just do a quickie little tarot reading. And then I'll move on to the next one. And I actually, this is kind of fun and not what I expected to do, but I'm happy to do it. So Jamie, Steph's going to send you a link. And if you just click the link, I'll bring you online just so I can hear your voice. It doesn't matter if I can see you or not. Like, that's cool. If I can, I can't. But I'm, there's different kinds of, ways to tune into spirit and tune into things. And my primary ability is clairaudience. So I need to hear people's voice. So you'll never catch me doing email readings because that just doesn't work. That's just not my cup of tea. Andrew, I'm going to go back and see if I can grab somebody else. So if you already put your topics in, let's get that done. And then Jamie said, what are my next 2 months going to look like? So I'm going to pull some cards right now in my own kind of spread. So, ooh, okay. Okay. So Jamie, if you got the link, just click that. Actually, you know what? Let me just talk. If you can pop on here, you can or not, but just make sure that you comment. Because I feel like, and Jamie's on Facebook right now. So if you can pop on Facebook, great. But if not, like Stephanie just posted a link in there. But it looks like in your now for this, I have to see what the okay. All right, so I've got my Alice in Wonderland deck. And the Alice in Wonderland deck is giving me 3 cards. And I think I'll pull another one because I think I'll just do like for what the first month of the next, like what the rest of this month looks like, what the rest of next month looks like. But this is for Jamie. And so Jamie, it looks like there might be some stuff going on with you right now where you're kind of in this month or within the next month where you're ending something that I do believe might not have been awesome. I'm trying to do this because I don't have her on here. Uh, so um, she's not quite on here yet. So I'm just going to say it and then I'm going to move on to the next one because I want to get as many of them done as possible. But for Jamie, where you asked what's up next for the next 2 months. Ooh, nope, that's not her. So this for Jamie. Anybody else kind of clicking that link, I probably won't pull you on. I find it different. The way I get the information is not who necessarily like jumps in my chat. I find it from like who I feel like I want to connect with. So Jamie Andrews, this is what I'm seeing. I'm feeling like this next month, meaning like a month from now or the month of September, since we're right in the beginning of it, it looks like there's been something that you've been very attached to, like an idea of something, whether it's of a romantic relationship or whether it's a career, it's something significant. And so, whether it's a career, it just seems like something's coming to close and you're closing it. But it is a significant kind of ending. That seems to be able to help you move forward because the next month it looks like, and so I see like a lot of major arcana. So these are, just so you see, I know they're my Alice in Wonderland cards, but just so you see what they are, this is what I'm seeing for like the upcoming month. And my interpretation is essentially that in this upcoming month, that you're going to probably end something, or even if it's just like a way of thinking about something, it looks like something's coming to a close. So I just want to say that. And then the next month, I have these cards, and again, it's Alice in Wonderland, but it is the World and Judgment. So that looks like there might be some pretty significant stuff happening for you in the month of October. And in the month of October, it's like kind of like pulling things together, or getting things working in the way you want to, in the way that you kind of envision things. Oh, there you are. Don't have a link. Oh, Jamie, it is, I think Stephanie's posted it, but it's okay. If you just give me feedback about this, if this makes sense to you, because it seems like you've got some big stuff coming up in the month of October, and those changes look positive for you. They look like you're moving in the direction that you want to be moving in. But whatever is in September, there's some ending in this month. It's really interesting that in the month of September, which is a month that's a 9 month, it's usually about endings. And so nine's life path and nine stuff is usually about some endings, but I don't get bad vibes about it. I feel like it's more like what needs to happen to get you in alignment with what you want to do or where you want to be. So I just want to say, take whatever you can from this. But I think that as I'm looking at this, this brings you into balance. So I said, like, what does it mean in October, whatever this is, where she's getting in alignment? And the card that it brought to me, because I was like, how is she going to feel? It's Temperance. So Temperance is a peace card. So I feel like there's some kind of peace coming to you, some mental peace coming to you. And I just want to let you know that. So if you want to give me feedback in the chat, that's absolutely fine. I'm just going to do a couple more. Stephanie is posting the links in the chat. So if you hit the link in the chat after I choose the person and you do it pretty quickly, I can pull you on. But if it ends up being a long time, then I won't be able to, like, I just want to get to as many readings as possible. So, all right, hold on, Isabella. Isabella has a dad in the spirit world. That's funny. Your dad's name is the same as my kid's dad. Yes, Jamie, looking forward to peace. But it seems like October is going to be the month of peace. So I just want to say that. Any life challenges for me and would love me. Okay, so I will get to dead people. Give me just a minute. I want to do just another tarot one. And then I see you guys with your stuff popping up in there. So give me just a second. I'm going to choose the next person. So if you are jumping in and clicking that link and I don't choose you, I'm not going to bring you up on the thing, just so you know. I'm not ignoring you. I just need to do this in a way that works for me. So, Shalina, sure. Yeah, I'm fucking up her name. Oh, the last name is Velasquez, and she's talking about some kind of life situation. So if you want to pop on here, we can do that. And Isabella, hold on just a minute. I'll get to you. I see you popped in there. Just be patient. I want to talk to, where did she go? It's going too fast because there's so many people. Shalina Velasquez. That is, yeah. So, all right, Shalina, or Shalina, I don't know if I'm messing that up or not. Stephanie is going to put the link in Messenger, and then I'll be able to do your reading for you. So we'll have her do that, and I'll teach, and then get on with Shalina. But Isabella, I'm adding you to the stage right now. Hi. Hello.
Hey.
How are you doing?
Hello. Good. How are you?
Is it, I am fully functional, mostly. So it's very nice to meet you. Have I ever met you before?
Yes, I have met you
Is this
before.
our first meeting?
No, it's not,
Oh, nice
actually.
to re-meet you then.
Nice to re-meet you.
What?
Nice to re-meet you.
Oh, yeah. So it's not the first time. It's not the first time you've met me. So sorry, there must be like a little lag. But I know that you posted in there you wanted to talk to your dad. And I picked that because my kid's dad, who's in spirit. His name is Mike too. Um, but have I talked to your dad before?
Yes, you have.
Yes, I have. Okay. So let's see what he has to say. And then I'm going to move on to Shalina. But I kind of feel like I was supposed to pick you. So he must be wanting to say hi. Is there like a special occasion right now? Or are you celebrating something? Because I feel like he's cheering you on about something. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Or
I've
you or your
actually
mom or your family, he's cheering somebody on.
I just started cosmetology school, so
Yeah.
I think that might be it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, he's cheering you on. It's a cause for celebration. And I think you really like that kind of stuff. So I think that's awesome that you've gone in that path. But so does he. But if I've talked to him before, he's kind of starting somewhere else. But your mom's still alive, right? Like she's
Yes,
still
ma'am.
alive. She's
Yes.
here.
Mhm.
Okay. He seems to also be visiting your mother. So I just want to acknowledge that. I don't know what's going on there, but I feel like he's connected to her and you. And then I think you might have a sibling or he might have another kid, or it just seems like there's several people that he's around right now because he's telling me everybody's changing. So it's not just you going to cosmetology school. I think he also says like there's stuff that's changing for your mom. And I think you might have a brother or another sibling. But he says it's a time of a lot of changes going on in the lives of the people that he loves. And he's there cheering everybody on, including you, my dear. And so I think you also have dreams about him and feel connected to him. And he says that he talks to you fairly frequently. So your spidey senses are on. Um, and he's just telling me that, like, he loves it that you talk to him all the time. Like, he thinks that's freaking phenomenal. I know you
Yeah.
want him here, though. I know you
Mhm.
want him here. That's what
I
he's
do.
like. I know you want me here. But I just got to tell you, your dad seems to be all up in your business. So he knows about what he needs to cheer you on about. Um, and he knows about the changes that are happening in your family and that there's a bunch of endings and new beginnings that I feel like are really challenging. Not necessarily the school stuff, but other things going on. It's a challenging time. And so he says with all the challenges that everybody's facing, they wonder, you, your family, siblings, his family, everybody's kind of wondering if he's still seeing all this, if he's like still around, like maybe he isn't seeing things, but he's in everybody's everyday connections. And he's telling me you see reminders of him all the time.
All the
So
time.
I feel like he says you also talk to him, you see reminders of him. Yeah, he's like, acts like you're like his best friend that he could just call up on the phone and talk to anytime he wants. And I feel like that's more like your spidey senses. So he is just sending you lots of love. And I just want you to know, I'm glad that you put his name in there, because something about you putting his name in there made me pick you.
Thank you
But
so
he's
much.
cheering you on, and he says, one thing. He says things are going to get better for people in your family. So there's some kind of improvements or something happening, but they come, like sometimes things are hard and the improvements come after a hard time. And so there's people in your family having a hard time right now, like really hard. And I feel like he's saying he's watching over everybody. And I feel like he also, though, comes with like laughter. He would say, something about have everybody lift their spirits, or he would try to put a smile on everybody's face if he was here. So I feel like that he kind of jokes around a little bit like that, but he also just wants you to know that he loves you and that he's he's watching. So I just want to tell you that. Thank you for for hopping on with me. And I'm
Thank
glad that
you.
your dad came as strongly as he did, where he's like, let's do this right now.
Me
So
too.
it was
I'm
very
so
nice to
grateful.
re-meet you.
Thank you
And good
so
luck in
much.
cosmetology school. You're welcome. Bye-bye. All right, now we're going to, is this Shalina? Hold on. Yes, it is. Add to stage. There we go.
Hello.
Voila. Shalina. Am I saying your name right or could I be wrong?
It's Shaylina.
How do you say your name?
Shaylina.
Shaylina. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was totally butchering it. Thank you for telling me that. You wanted to ask about a life situation. I do have my tarot cards in front of me, although I feel like I might have to use a different deck for you. Hold on. Wait a minute. Where are we? Ooh, well, do I want to use this one? I don't know. Is there something in your life that's like, whatever the situation is, are there like this good and bad side of it, or it's almost like, I hate to use this expression, but like good versus evil, or I don't think it's that dramatic, but there's just like a feeling of something going on where there's like these two sides that are like, and so I had to switch my deck from my Alice in Wonderland to my Disney villain, because I felt like that would be the appropriate deck for your life situation. So let's see what comes up. You don't have to give me tons of information. I'm just going to use the cards and my intuition to kind of do this. Less information is always better. So let's make some magic happen here.
Yay.
And see what's going to happen. So, did you say something?
No, I just said okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, it's got a lag on it, so excuse me. But it looks like, all right. So it looks like you're pushing something to happen. Whatever you're pushing to happen, I feel like there might be some friction or energy around it. So it's like something you're trying to manifest, something you're trying to bring into like alignment, but there's like other forces that it feels like. So it's like you're just trying to keep your head down, trying to keep moving forward. But it does seem like there's it almost like in a bigger way. Sometimes it feels like there's more going on than what meets the eye or something. There's like there's just things happening under the surface, and some of those things involve other people. So it may be people that are kind of like, um, I don't know, two-sided, or there's two different sides kind of not giving you exactly what you need or want or something like that. So you just want to kind of keep going forward. So this seems to have to do with someone in your life who looks like, I think it's a guy, or a male energy or something is kind of coming in here. You have some dead people here as well. So I know you asked about a life situation, but I think you have like a dad in the spirit world or some older man that's trying to help you get things into alignment. And I think that guy had some health issues before he died. He feels like a father figure to you. I don't even know that you're expecting him to be here, but he seems to, when I'm talking about this life situation, he would want to help you. He would want to
Oh my
give
gosh.
you assistance. So, do you have a dad in the spirit world?
I do.
Okay. And would this be a situation he would want to help you with, right? Like,
He would, if
it's
he,
it's almost
yes.
like he's trying to say he knows some of the people involved, or like he wants to help you with this. So, I wasn't expecting him, but he jumped in because you have siblings as well.
Yes.
Okay. But is there a brother that's like separate from you or like disconnected from you right now? He could live at a distance or he can be emotionally separate from you. And it seems like there's a male that he's talking about close to your age who's like distant or disconnected from you. I think it might be a brother or someone that you don't have maybe romantic feelings for. But it seems like someone you would like to, they're alive. This isn't a dead person. Your dad's dead, but this person isn't. He's talking about like a male energy that you would like to be a little bit more involved or closer or something. I don't think he is because it seems to be disconnected, but he's talking about a man like that. So is there someone like that with your life situation or whatever's going on right now? Is there someone that you want to like participate or help or like step in? What do you think about that?
Um, Not a brother. My
Okay. Is
brother
there
has
like,
my brother has passed as well.
oh, you have a brother in the spirit world. Okay. Is there, so that's probably why he's talking about your brother. Maybe he's just there with your brother. But is there something going on in your life right now where there's a male that you want them to do more than what they're doing? Like it just seems like there's somebody that you're needing help from. And so I'm guessing then your dad and your brother are probably trying to inspire someone to be more helpful or more involved to help you with whatever this life situation is that you have
Yes.
going on. Would that
Yes.
resonate with you that they would both want to help? Because
Yes.
this person is not, whoever this man is, he's not doing what he needs to do. And I feel like that is incredibly frustrating for you.
Yes.
And I think that you, because your dad says he has grandkids, and I feel like you're having to, I don't know, take care of more people than you originally intended on taking care of. It seems
Yes.
like you're in charge of a lot and you're
Hmm.
having to handle a lot, and you have people that are like kids or um, family that you weren't expecting to have to take care of. And now you're having to take care of them because whoever this person is not doing what they need to do at the moment. And I feel like it's incredibly frustrating for you. And you feel like your hands are tied, but you're still taking care of everything. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I have to say that it's sometimes it's hard for you to say no, mainly because you're used to being the one that everybody relies on.
Yes.
And I feel like you're having a little bit of a hard time saying no because of the people that are involved. So it just ends up putting more work on your back or more for you to do, which just doesn't feel fair. Your dad saying that, your brother saying that. I think you have another lady over, like there's a lady over there too,
Hmm.
who's coming. Is your mom gone?
No.
Okay, then do you have a sister or something? This lady looks like she was ill before she died. She seems really close to you and she feels like a mother figure. So she would have looked at you as like someone that she took care of. But one other
My
thing about her, you're a lot like her.
my sister.
She took on, okay, she took on a lot. You take on a lot. Is she your big sister, your older sister?
Yes.
Okay. And she just feels like an extra mom. Um, but she also is involved in this because she is also a boss lady. So when she's coming through, she's like telling me, or I mean, when they're coming through talking, wait a second, she's dead.
Yes.
Your sister's gone? Okay.
Yes.
She was really sick before she died. Is that true?
Very sick.
Like, she said, though, you must have helped her.
I did. I did.
So I, I feel like you might have been helping her. And now you're having to deal with a bunch of stuff that's kind of like maybe connected to that a little bit or something. Because your sister wants to help you, your dad wants to help you, your brother wants to help you. And it's hard for you to say no because you're the one that everybody relies on.
Yes.
And I feel like what's ended up happening is you're having to take care of everything and you just want to like for things to just calm down. Like, and do you have
Absolutely.
kids as well?
Yes.
Okay, because I feel like there's something here about one of your kids that your sister, brother, and dad are talking about, because I feel concerns about one of your kids. So do you have a son that you're worried about?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, like is that the life situation or something of why we're talking right now? Because they're saying you're worried about him and he's like not, I don't know, it's like he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing or something. He's out of alignment with his path. And I see you being worried about him and if he's going to be okay. Would that
I
resonate with
have
you?
my youngest child has some mental health issues that I'm extremely worried about.
Okay. And is that a male?
Yes.
Is it your son?
Yes. My youngest.
Okay. And so you, okay. And he would also have other, or you would have other family, other people who had similar mental health issues in your family of origin and in his paternal family, that I feel like this isn't just you worried because you're a mom. This is you worried because of some other things that have happened in your life, in your family of origin, that are making you concerned that he may follow that path or that he might like go off the rails. Does that resonate
Yes.
with you?
Yes.
Okay. So I feel like the reason that they're all here is to talk about that. I don't know if that's the situation you were the most worried about, but it sure feels like it.
It
And it's
it
like
wasn't the
constantly
situation that
on.
I was it wasn't the situation that I asked about, but it is a very huge situation that I've been worried about.
Yeah, it seems like I try to, when I do this, I try to tune into the greatest need. So as far
Okay.
as life situations go, this seems pretty rough. This seems like something you're really worried about because you've seen this in your family before and you just don't want it to happen again, especially not with your son.
Yes.
So you're doing things though to help him. So I feel like there's like, I don't know, like maybe you're worried that he's going to do something to hurt himself or do something like that, like, or just kind of go down the wrong path. But because of something that happened in your family of origin, maybe like with your brother or your dad or his dad or something. But
Mm-hmm.
you have interventions in place that they did not. So you are already working on stuff to help your youngest son. So you may be having him in with a therapist, like medication, doing all the things, like you're doing all the things. And so I think that you got to cut yourself some slack because at this point, I don't know that he'll do like, I don't know that he'll do anything like that, but I definitely know that he says things that get under your skin that like trigger the fuck out of you. And
Yes.
I totally can see why. I've had experiences like that as well. And so the thing is that the um, sometimes what it looks like is all this negative shit, like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, whatever. But sometimes that's a way of saying, I'm hurting, I'm struggling, I don't know what to do. But he puts it in that phrase because it helps you understand how bad it is for him.
Yeah.
But I do feel like you've done all the interventions, you're working on it. And it seems like your family, all those dead people, seem to be trying to inspire him to help him heal. So, so I just want to say, like, you have all these other things that you're worried about, but the thing with your son is the hardest. That's
Yeah.
the part where you feel like your heart is like out of your body. Um, and so I just want you to know you're doing everything you can. You haven't missed anything. You haven't done anything the wrong way. And I think things will be okay. Just instead, like, don't it when your son talks the way he does, it just triggers you. And
Yeah.
it brings back a lot of old memories and a lot of old shit that and your dad, brother, sister, you have a grandma over there, there's an uncle over there, like you've got a whole crowd. And I just feel like they're all saying that they're watching over this situation, and you've even prayed or asked for help or whatever because it seems like it's so much to deal
Yes.
with. And he has an incredibly low tolerance for frustration. So, like cell phones and stuff like that, probably drive him up the freaking wall, and he might break a few of them or whatever. But I feel like you're doing what you can, and you have to kind of cut yourself some slack because what your son has going on with him is also not because you're a bad mom or you didn't do enough or you didn't hug him enough as a child or whatever. You did all the things. I don't. I feel like you're looking at your role in this, even though it's just a chemical imbalance that seems to be within his brain. So
Oh my
you have
gosh.
to understand there's only so much that you can go over. So, huh?
Oh my gosh.
So I just got to tell you though that that's what they said was the most important thing to talk about. It's just so funny the way your sister just like she's like, let's get down to business. And
That's my
I
sister.
just feel like your sister is very intense. Because I was like, oh, I feel him, and I feel that, or whatever. She goes, this is what she's worried about. She's worried about her kid. That's where your energy is. That's where you're the most concerned. So I just want to kind of like throw that out there that you're doing everything you can. And it's just something that's just going to take time. But this isn't a forever thing. It's just because he's young and his brain's still forming.
Oh,
So
thank you so much.
you're welcome. You can thank your dead people, man. They were all excited to talk to you. Like I thought this was just going to be some simple tarot reading. And as I'm sitting there doing it, I'm like, holy shit, where all these people come from? And so it's like a whole big family that actually really cares about you. And your family has been kind of like, there's been a lot of shit in your family of origin, both sides. So
Mhm.
I feel like you going through what you're going through with your son, I just want to say that you're doing what you can. And I don't think you're missing anything. And you've got to stop thinking that you did something wrong as a mom and remember all the things you did right as a mom, getting him help, getting him to where he needs to go, understanding that this is bigger than just because you come from a family where people don't talk about shit. They
Yep.
keep it inside. Everybody is like that. And so you're breaking that generational bullshit by getting him help and letting him talk about things that are going on, things he's upset about, whatever, and not telling him, oh, don't talk about this, don't talk about that. So that is progress in your
Oh my
family
gosh.
line. So you just need to know that and give yourself, like, cut yourself some freaking slack because you need it. But I think he's going to be okay. Keep an eye on him, of course. Keep doing whatever you're doing with him. But I do feel like you're doing everything you need to. So, and the other life situation is a lot simpler than that. It's just something that's going to take a little bit of time. So that's a time thing, and you can't rush time. But the thing
Right.
with your son is where your heart is, and so I just want to let you know he's going to be okay.
Oh,
So
thank you
uh,
so much. Oh my gosh.
you're very, very welcome, and I'm glad I got to talk to you. I'm glad I put you on or picked you out.
Yes.
But be kind to yourself. I've had lots of problems, with my youngest and stuff over the years, and all you can do is do your best, right? So you're doing your
Right.
best. So just cut yourself some slack because you're really hard on yourself. And your sister she's always like that. And your sister would have told you not to be like that. And she would have told you you're a good mom. So
Yep.
did your sister have kids as well that are alive?
Yes.
Because she said you help them sometimes. She said,
Yes.
thank you.
Oh,
You help my kids too. She helps your kids that are alive, and you help her kids that are alive. So just know she loves you, and
oh,
so does your dad and your brother. But like your sister is like a boss. Cut yourself some
oh
slack,
yeah. That
and
is absolutely her.
until we meet again, I hope you're absolutely fine.
Thank
Yes.
you.
So just know that, and just know that they love you. So you're welcome. All right. Bye. All right, I'm gonna do another one. Um, 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 um. Okay, all right. Let's do some medium stuff. Um, let's see. So I just want to tell you guys, I just did that reading, and there was there she had her sister, her brother, and her dad there, and they were talking about the fact that she was worried about her kid and stuff. Well, I also want you guys to know that the reason that I do these is because there's kind of like sometimes an echo. So somebody else may be having some struggles with their kids or with their youngest son, or have something similar to what have something similar to what was going on for Shailene. Or so the thing is there's always an echo of like it should reverberate with other people, not just her. So if you have loved ones in the spirit world that you want to talk to, and I haven't got to them yet, you can rest assured that that is a perfect example of how they stay in touch with our lives. Yeah, it's funny because you're saying that. That's literally what I just typed in. Oh, so it's in here. She texted that or typed that in the thing. I didn't know that she was going to type that. So obviously, my daughter and I are very in sync. It's a good thing she's my assistant. So let's see. I think I want to talk to Nicole. What is that? Who is that? Nicole Woodard. Come on down. You want to connect with a daughter that passed. Perfect. That is the name that I found. So let's do this. I don't know that'll be done at the end of this. We'll just see. I might do some more just because I've been doing readings all day. And yeah, so I have my mojo is in my flow. I'm in my flow right now. For any of you guys that sign on later, just know that I'm doing a free open house online and in person on September 28th. And I give away free readings, and I do free audience readings and stuff like that for people that are here and online. So if you want to participate, it's all on my website. Steph keeps posting the link. So you can just click that link and RSVP. But I'm just waiting for Miss Nicole to come on. Nicole, hold on just 1 minute. Stephanie should be sending you the link. I think you're on Facebook. And then hold on. Ooh, they might do a reading for someone else. Okay, let's see if she is coming on yet. Uh, 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 Nicole. All right. Stephanie told me I have to give you just a second. I get all excited because I'm like, ooh, I get to do another reading. I get to do another reading. Who would think after over 20 years of doing this that I would just be this excited about it all the time? But I am. So either that or her daughter is very excited. Somebody's very excited. And then I think I'll probably do another one. So just give me a second to work through this one. And then I'll do another one. So that way we can get there. So someone said it looks like I have a library with all the books. Man, you don't even know how many books I have. Those books, that is just the beginning. I even have an honor library in my office now. So if any of you guys ever want to borrow some spiritual books and stuff, I got a library there and I got a shit ton of books at home. 2 bookshelves at home. I was meant to be a librarian, I think. Yeah, I think I was meant to be a librarian. All right, hold on, Nicole. Here we go. Let's get you. Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
So, can you hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So you put that you had a daughter that passed. Have I ever read you before?
Yep.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
So I'm sorry I don't remember, but you'll
That's
probably
okay.
remember me. And was she pretty young when she passed away and pretty suddenly?
Yep.
Is that true?
She was.
And she's telling me though, wait a minute. You kind of like wear her like it's weird. It's almost like you're wearing her like something familiar. So and what do I mean by that is it's kind of like, like on my shoulder every day I have a purse. So my purse is just part of me. You carry your daughter around as just part of you. She's just like this. She's always there. She's kind of in your ear. You're connecting with her, but she looks pretty young though. So was she under 18 when she died?
She was 7.5
Okay.
months.
And she just seems really young. Okay,
She
that's
was
pretty damn
7.5
young.
months.
So,
She died of it.
but you're still celebrating her birthday.
Yep. Can you hear me?
Or something about a celebration of her. That's happening. Now I can.
Yeah. She was
So is there a
7.5.
celebration of her that is happening right now?
No. In October she would have been 18.
In October she would have been 18. Okay, so you celebrate her birthday though, is what she's telling me. So I feel like by you celebrating her birthday, she probably aged up to that. Although you look like you're 18, so I don't really know how that's possible, but she was very young when she died. You're celebrating her birthday. She looks like she's just under 18. So even if she was 7.5 months, she has a name. She was connected to you. It's very unexplained how she dies, but it's coming up here this special day. So in October, she'll be 18. That's kind of a big milestone for people with their kids and stuff like that. And it's probably maybe not something you're super looking forward to, but you are. So it's kind of like you have basically you carry her around with you everywhere. It seems like she's in all aspects of your life. And I think you just talk to her all the time. So when you said, I want to connect with my daughter that passed, she immediately was like, hey, I'm over here. And it's probably because her birthday is coming up. But I also feel like she would have been pretty feisty and she would have been pretty strong-willed. I think she was even as a baby, but I feel like that's like a mother-daughter trait. You would have been exactly the same way when you were her age, and you would be dealing with all the same things. Do you have another kid though?
I have
Like,
4.
is there another kid for you? Because
4.
she's talking about another kid, or 4 more kids, but she's talking about the other kids and being close to them. But she was one of the first kids, or she's one of the first ones.
Yeah,
and
she was.
Is she your oldest?
Mm-hmm.
And so she just said she was she's like the OG kid. She's the first one. But she's also telling me that I don't really feel like you, and I don't know, I just feel like when she passed away, even though I know you had kids after and stuff like that. It's almost like you've just brought her into the future with you, and that's why she's aging with you, because you celebrate her birthday. But she's also tattooed on you. I think she's permanently marked you, or you've permanently marked her on you. And I also think that it's almost like, did you do something with AI or something like that where you aged her or what she would look like? I know this sounds really weird, but I don't know why she's showing this to me. It feels kind of bizarre to tell you this because I don't think I've ever told anybody this. But it's like you might take a baby picture of her and use one of those AI whatevers to see what she would look like now, or what she would look like at 18. I know that sounds like a weird thing, but there's something about her looking exactly like you. So I feel like if you did something with a baby picture of her, and they have all that software and stuff. And I know this sounds so weird, but I'm just telling you, she says she would have looked just like you, and that you could see that if you did something like that with a baby picture of hers. So I know there's all kinds of stuff out there. I'm not telling you even to go buy it. I think you do it for free. But finding something like that, you may see like your little twin, because she would have had all the energy of you, but also, and there's a older lady with her who I also feel like I've talked to, because it's like your daughter doesn't just come alone. She comes with this older woman who feels like a mother figure, but more of a grandma, to you. And I think I've talked to her before. So I don't know if she's grandma, great grandma, but she'd be on your mom's side. So, and she died before your daughter was even born. She wasn't here. Your daughter's been with her ever since, she died. This
My
lady's already been
grandma.
over there, and she feels like a. Is that your mom's mom?
Yeah. She didn't really like me, but hopefully she likes my daughter.
Yeah, she likes your daughter, and it doesn't matter if she didn't like you. My grandma didn't like me either, but you know what? She's around all the time because every psychic class I've ever taken, they've been like, "Oh, your grandma's here," and I'm like, "Great." So it doesn't matter. It's just really just to let you know that your daughter's not alone. So I think that's really the message. But she said, yes, she does like you. She just had a really hard freaking life, and so yeah, she had a rough life, and but she's with your daughter. So your daughter's never alone. She's got like a little babysitter, I guess. I mean, but your daughter is almost 18 the way she looks. So, but there's something about some of the milestones that you're experiencing right now with your other kids, and things. There's just part of you that always goes back to what it would have been like with her. And honestly, she is she would have been like your partner in crime. She still is, and she says that that hasn't changed at all. But you just need her help sometimes, or you need the help of anybody. So you'll take any dead person helping out or being there for your other kids. So I feel like she comes with like a posse of helpers. But I actually feel like she's she's also seeing some other stuff that's happening right now with you, that seems to be more connected to like your work. So is something happening at your job? Like, are there
Um,
some changes happening or something? Like something stressful, but
yeah,
not
there's
permanent.
well, I have like a recertification for my kids. I'm their CNA.
Okay.
Um, and there's a recertification that we have to do next week that might change my hours and pay and everything else. So it's been a little bit stressful, just kind of wondering what that's going to look like.
But I think it does in a good way. I feel like you underestimate yourself. You underestimate yourself. You do that all the time. Your daughter says that. So I feel like that whatever you have coming up at work, because it just seems like it's temporary or temporary stress or a temporary problem, it actually looks like you're going to be just fine. So I know that, um, there's probably a test involved and people get anxious when it comes to tests and stuff like that. But I actually think that your recertification is going to go quite well. I think you're over emphasizing things that you think that you've missed or you didn't know about or whatever. But it looks like a lot of the questions on that certification are pretty common sense and things that you have to do all the time. So that's what that looks like. So what do you think about that?
For like, it's, so I think it's more like how many hours my kids like qualify for a waiver that
It
they're
seems
on.
like for a waiver that they're on. So you have to get that recertified, not recertified as a CNA, because it seems like there's an increase. Like there's a plus.
It's, I mean, potentially, I guess it's just really up in the air because nobody knows with the new system that they have going if it's going to be like a better thing for parents or if it's going to be harder. But
it says it's a plus. Like I'm seeing a plus sign. To me, that means that they might get certified for more hours.
Okay.
So I don't know that you want them to have more hours or whatever. I don't really know how that goes, but it looks like there's an increase in something that I know you're nervous about it because it feels like it's like anxiety, like a test anxiety or what's coming up anxiety, like, oh my God. But it actually feels like everything's still pretty much the way it's always been. It's just maybe the way that they go about doing it or structure it that might be changing. But I keep seeing a plus. So when I see a plus, that means things would most likely be increasing, and not increasing in like a way of stress for you, but increasing in a way that seems your daughter's saying that. She's like, we got this.
That's good. Is there anything with one of my sons is having like pretty major health issues and we haven't been able to figure out what's going on with him or with me. And I think that's one of the things that's kind of been weighing.
I'm not a doctor. So I always say go to the doctor. But is it possible that you and your son might have some autoimmune stuff?
Yeah.
This feels like autoimmune. So I feel like, sometimes it's a crapshoot trying to figure out which one it is because there's so many different types of autoimmune disease, but I feel like there's autoimmune stuff going on. And the thing about autoimmune stuff, like I have MS and my mom has RA and I have a kid that has celiac disease, all that's autoimmune. And so it feels very similar, but it also feels like you're going to be okay. And so will your son, because they're on the road to figuring it out. So I just feel like there's some autoimmune shit that needs to be diagnosed or whatever. And there's all kinds of great medications and all kinds of stuff you can do now that wasn't even available like 10 years ago. So it doesn't seem like what's going on with him or what's going on with you is going, but I always say, go to the doctor. Cause I'm not a doctor, but it definitely feels like you're moving in the direction where you need to go. So keep working with doctors, but I honestly just keep feeling autoimmune stuff. And it's just so tricky because there's so many variations of different things out there. And who even knows if they know everything yet, because it's just been in the last like decade that they've made so much progress with medication and stuff. So hopefully they continue to make that. But I feel like it would be something that they might notice in blood work. So like they might notice a low vitamin level or a low something, and that might help them figure it out. But I think you and your son are going to be okay. And your daughter, she's over there. She goes, it's not just her. She's got like some other dead people connected to your family. So I just feel like maybe you have a little fan club working to try to figure all this stuff out. They just happen to be dead. So whatever. We don't get to choose how our fan club is. Sometimes they're living, sometimes they're dead, sometimes it's both. But
did she say anything about her passing?
Not at the moment. It does seem sudden and surprising, though. Does that make
She was in,
sense? I don't feel any. She just kind of keeps giving me the feeling like I can't see it coming.
she was in bed with me, and it was Sid's.
It was Sid's. It's like she can't see it coming, you can't see it coming, and there's nothing. There's no medical diagnosis. I mean, other than Sid's, but that's just we don't know. Like,
Yeah.
we don't know what happened. Your daughter died. But she didn't see that coming, and she wasn't just she wasn't born like with a fated passing. So that's something for any of you guys that are watching this still. When kids pass, like when people die and they don't get to live very long, it's not like fate. It's just bad biology. Sometimes the body just doesn't do what it needs to do, you know? It's not because she was meant to be gone or she's meant to visit you from the spirit world. It's because there was something wrong with her biology that caused that. And that's why she died. It doesn't seem to have to do with you at all. So, I mean, you probably worry about that, but I don't think so. She's fine. But she wasn't destined to die. It's just her body gave out. And that's generally what happens when everybody dies, is our bodies just give out. And our bodies have nothing to do other than the fact that they're the clothing or the housing for our spirit. You know, like sometimes our bodies just stop working, even if we were 7.5 months old. But she's still with you all the time. So if you hold anything around that about things maybe you thought you could do different or something like that, I don't think that's true. And she just kind of gives me this feeling like there's not really an answer. It's just her body stopped working. So there's nothing you could have done differently to prevent that or change that. There's no doctor's appointment. There's nothing. Everything stopped working. But she knows how much you love her. And so she's not a baby anymore. She's 18, almost 18. And she loves that you still celebrate her. So keep celebrating her.
Thank you.
It's very nice to re-meet you, because apparently I've met you before, or met her before, because she seems to know exactly what she's doing. But I just want to say, just keep talking to her. She loves you. So, and there was nothing you could do different. So I just want to let you know that. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, my dear. All right. Bye-bye. All right. I saw someone say, I was just diagnosed with a third autoimmune yesterday. Are you saying third or thyroid? Whoever that was, I'm sorry about that diagnosis. That's hard. So I don't know that I have a question for you guys, because I just want to ask here. Because I don't know how many readings I'm going to get to do. I've been doing readings since 9 a.m. So what I want to know is, tell me your opinion about this. Because you guys are the people who are watching me and paying attention to my shit. I was thinking about doing like a podcast, doing something like that, talking about like maybe my experiences with loved ones since I've been doing it. So like what they have to say, like, or what the messages are overall that I get, and even talking about like little experiences that I've had, and maybe bringing like other mediums on who are also like connecting with people's loved ones, and just kind of like share stories about signs and things like that, because I think that a lot of signs that we get from our loved ones are more synchronicity than actual, like, oh, I always find a feather or a penny or whatever. So it's like I was thinking about doing something like that, but also like, I don't know, like talking about kind of some of the things I've learned about life through talking to dead people, because I seem to have learned a lot from them, because they're just in this place of healing. And I just thought, oh, that might be a good thing to do. And I just wanted to know what you guys thought about that. It looks like you would listen. Okay. So, yeah, I just thought, like, I've been doing this all this time, And basically, for any of you guys who know me, I'm just sitting in my office doing readings all day. Like, I just love it. That's what I do over and over and over all day long. And so I thought maybe sharing some of those experiences, but then I thought, like, I don't know how soon I would have guests on. It might just be me talking my face off. So that is maybe what I'm going to do. Maybe that's something I'll do next year. It's just time consuming, and I don't want to cut into the volume of readings that I do. But, oh, and then also we have at my open house, I'm doing a tarot class next year. If any of you guys are interested, it's just going to be an online tarot class. I'm doing that class again with Charles. I'm traveling to Georgia and stuff in March. I am doing the retreat with Dina. All of that stuff, if you guys come to the open house, I'll have it out. And then I will talk a little bit about this. Maybe I'll even do like a little, I don't know, maybe I'll just talk a little bit about it and see how everybody kind of receives it. Just because I talk all day, so sometimes I get sick of listening to myself talk, you know what I mean? So anyway, and then you do readings and just have the guests authorize that. I have done readings. So somewhere on the interwebs, there's readings that I've done where I gave away a free reading and filmed it, and then it was put on my page. I can't remember if it was like Facebook or YouTube. It was years ago. But there was also it was that, and then there were a couple other things that I did where it was videoed. So I think there's stuff like that out there. I just don't know where the hell it is. It's on some platform that I've used, but I just thought that I don't know. I just thought that might be a cool thing to do. So it sounds like it would be received very well. So you might be seeing that. I probably won't necessarily do readings on there because I'll just keep doing readings on here just because it's easy, and at my office, obviously, and I'll do them in person and on the phone and Zoom and all the different ways I do them. But just as far as like, what did I learn from them? I've just, my whole life, I've spent 20 years doing this. And so I have so many experiences and ways that I've kind of developed things. And I thought it might also be cool to talk a little bit about quantum physics because I love it. And I think that there's some validity to how there's validity to that in the way that the souls in the spirit world communicate with us and the way that they're around us. So I just want to see what you guys would say. So I have to say that I think I'm going to stop doing readings because I've already been on here for an hour and 15 minutes. And like I said, I started at 9:30, and that's like almost 12 or 9. That's like almost 12 hours today of talking to dead people. But I will be back on doing this one more time before my open house. I think if you're on my mailing list, you'll probably get that and get that information. But if you come out to my open house or tune into it online, I would love to see you. Give me a hug. I probably will remember shit. But I do want to say that there is this kind of overwhelming feeling here of spirit and stuff. And so there might just be kind of like this message about something about like putting yourself into a box or putting yourself into someone else's idea of who you're supposed to be, because it seems like it's just an overarching message, but it's like trying to fit in someone else's idea of who you're supposed to be is never going to give you the life you want, because you're supposed to do it according to your experience and your values and your way of seeing the world. So if someone's in your life and they're trying to put you in a box or tell you you have to do this or you have to do that, I feel like there's just something here that might apply to more than one of you, about like allowing the truth of who you are to let you lead your life versus somebody else's truth of who you're supposed to be. So I have no idea what the hell that's about, but I just want to let you know that your loved ones were all here. I can only get to so many when we do this. But thank you guys for tuning in, and you know, until we meet again, I'm not sure when the next one is I'm doing, but I know it should be in the next couple of weeks. So, or next, yeah, because I'm going to New York next week, and then yeah. So, oh, you guys want to know what I'm doing in New York, for you guys who are paying attention. So cool thing. So my brother passed last year, and he was a brother that I did not know until later in life, right? So he passed away from pancreatic cancer, and he had a favorite beach, and every time I went to go see him, he let me stay with him, and he would always go to the beach with me because we love the beach. It's in New York. It's on the beach he liked was on Mastic, Shirley. It's just a beach that's out there. And so what I'm going to do, my sister-in-law said I could have some more of his ashes, and he has some illegal fireworks under his bed, and I'm going to put some of his ashes in the fireworks, and then I'm going to light him off over his favorite beach and video it, and hopefully we get a really good still out of it, and then like a still frame picture out of the video, and then I can tell everyone, like, look, I found a recent picture of Richie, and we have like this crazy 9/12 connection, so I'm going to be doing it on September 12th. But it was just crazy because any of you guys who know me, like 9/12 is like a big deal to me because Mike died on 9/12, and we see 9/12 everywhere and everything. So it's so cool because when I went and met him, I was in his house. He was like talking to me, and he had me like flipped upside down on this inversion table. And I said, hey, look, that clock, it looks like it's got a 9 and a 12 next to each other. And he flipped me up, and he was like, is 9/12 important to you? And I was like, yeah, that was the day, you know, my kid's dad died, because he didn't know any of that stuff. And he's like, interesting. So his first house was on like 912 Hawkins Street, and his door code, this is the crazy part, the code to get into his house at the time on one of those door things was 0912. And I was like, holy shit, Mike is here. And they were born the same year and stuff like that. So I'm really happy. And hopefully, I think he's hanging out with Mike. So anyway, happy birthday to your son on 9/11. But that was just this really cool story that I thought I'd share with you guys. I know I'm at the ends, but I hope now you guys have an awesome night. But thank you for listening to my silly story. But it's just so cool how spirit works and how they keep showing up for us in any way that they can. So I hope you guys have a great night.